Testing, testing. Is this thing on? I hope so, man. What up, race fans? Oh, yeah, here we go. We're going to go something crazy, something big tonight. So I'd like to welcome everybody aboard. Got Next Gen Broadcasting, and we're going to be throwing this down on a multitude of different platforms tonight. As we got Crooked Line. I mean, why not? Why not spice it up a bit since you got something like Crooked Line up on deck tonight with their race feature here of the 87s at the Nashville Fairgrounds Speedway. And we're talking short tracking, throwing it back twice is what we're doing tonight, folks. So we got the 87s and at the second oldest track in NASCAR or whatnot. So I say why not, right? And these boys are doing the same right now as they're getting these things qualified, getting squared away in their positions right now on how we're going to kick off tonight's race. Along with me tonight, we do have Steve Johnson. Big Johnson, get a copy.
Yes, sir. Just double checking some audio levels. So I've been able to run this league the last 3 weeks or so, and it's been a lot of fun to take these cars. I have a lot of horsepower and no downforce, and as you see, car sliding already.
Was that cute? Yeah,
Yeah.
out of curiosity.
But the fun part about it is that you hear so many fans are like, we want 1,000 horsepower and no downforce, and the 1987 Cup cars are pretty much what you're asking for right there. So these cars are going to be sliding around. They're going to have very little grip going into the corners. They are built like tanks. You can beat on each other pretty hard and have really no issues at all. So looking forward to a nice event here tonight.
See, out of all that you just said, that's the one thing that I just said in my head was they are built like tanks. So I'm like thinking a short track, big power, and egos too, because hey, we're gonna get out here and show something, and we're gonna see how these cars can stand up too. That's also gonna be the attrition. The attrition factor is what we're gonna be looking for in tonight's race as well. You just seen bumper come off there. That was like yard sale status. We're gonna see a lot of those tonight, folks. So hope you got your pocketbooks ready. At least I'm hoping the owners of these cars do, because I mean we're gonna need to collect on some stuff. But right now we're gonna collect on the qualifying order. So we're gonna be getting into this race, get into it right now. As we're gonna looking at pole of Jeff Ford in the 55, number 1 position. Good job there, buddy. Got in the second position, Chris Carroll in the 97. Third position, Brian Zimmerman in the 28. Fourth position, Jeff Clifton in the 51. Jason Raymond gonna be hitting us off in the 5th position in that 49 machine. We got Jeff Dillon in the 62. In that 6th position, Larry Bell in the 43. He gonna be getting it done in the 7th position. 8th position, Zach Coyer in the 31. Aiden Young in the 9 car, gonna be getting done in the 9th position. 10th position, Brendan Metler in the 15 car. 11th position, Tanner Marr in the 4 car. Sean Powers in the 88 in that 12th position. 13th position gonna be Keith Taylor in that 07. Stephen Langdon in the 44. Getting her done in that 14th position. 15th position, Chris Luttrell in the 000. Chummy Miller in the 06. That's going to be at 16th position. Shane Abbey in the 84 in that 17th position. Thomas Freitas in the 32. Sitting back in the 18th. We got Kel Butler in the 64. And he's going to be getting her done 19th position, joining Tom Freitas right there. A couple front row boys going to be starting this thing toward the back. So see how they're going to rotate to the front. Got a lot of different motorsport out here as you're looking at them right there on your right hand screen. Gambler Motorsports, 5 King Motorsports, you got front row iRacing. Everybody's out here tonight, man, trying to show their stuff. So we're gonna see what we got and what's in store. Again, folks, tonight we have 150 laps. Whoa, yeah! It's short track though, so we can buy real quick, guaranteed. But we're looking at I think 65 laps is what the quote was for their fuel run. Yeah. I don't think we're really going to see that tonight, though. I mean, we're going to burn up some tire. We're definitely going to lose some fender. And I don't know. I think it's going to be a really exciting race here. I'm excited to see, who's going to be able to do what out here on this track. I mean, I love this track, too, man. This thing, it's so aggressive. Got great banking, wide. So if you got to sweep it out, you got to. But it's going to get that corner rotation, getting that bite and launch out. As you see over here, we got our track temperature looking at your 85 degrees. So, hey, it's a good temp. I think you produce a lot of that grip out there we're looking for in tonight's race. So, I mean, like I said, pretty still, partly cloudy with some lights on. So, Johnson, what you feeling about tonight's race, man, bud?
It's going to be clean and lots of green flag racing, or it's going to be chaos and calamity.
I'm like a controlled chaos a little bit more there on that one, though, bud. I mean, let's just see. I think it's going to be dependent on that start here, too. We're going to want to see, some patience giving. Definitely some of those, F's giving here in a minute. All right, that's not toward the end here, but it's we're going to see a launch from the Jeff Ford of the 55. Can he get that thing to stick in the beginning? We got cold tires also. So check your brake points, and of course looking through the car in front of them as we get ready to go green. All right, 150 laps. We're going to drop that pace car off.
Ready, green,
Jeff
green,
Ward's
green,
bringing
green.
us to the green. Flags up. We gone, folks. All kinds. Green, super green. Drop that hammer. Light to fires, Big Daddy. Race time. Okay, so we got an even jump in the beginning of this thing right off the start here. The 97 on the outside, still trying to keep it pinned down on Jeff Ward here in the 55. Great rotation right there. The top 4 or 5 lined up pretty decently. Giving some space there, but specifically toward the back here, everyone else is still kind of jumbled up just a wee bit. So top 4, top 5, top 6, all lined up. Now everyone's trying to line up right now. Looks like we're trying to create a little bit of a run, get some tires, some tire pressure built up in these things, get that grip happening. We got a little bit of a long race. Again, 150 laps. Patience is going to be key out here, and it could be your virtue. As we're looking at the 55 Jeff Ward in that top position still. Great start. Chris Carroll in the 97 fell back to that second position. And he's going to fall right on that bumper right now. Zimmerman in that 28 machine in that third position, 51 of Lifted. Rotating also in inside that top 5 and finish up our top 5. He's at 49 of Raymond. All these guys lined up, kind of nose to tail right here. Everybody rotating the bottom right here, getting it good center grip, good launch off right here. Utilizing the best run they can, dropping that rubber on the track right now is what we're looking, and again finding that grip in the car. As we switch a little bit further back toward the wait, yeah, possible. Look for a lead change on the 97, but nope, not the better of it as he got it backed off a little bit. He is running up on his bumper, filling up his rearview mirror right now. I don't know, maybe looking for an inside maneuver here as he's trying to take over some of that clean air. Ooh, 97 is rotating to the bottom here, trying to see if the door's going to be open here, maybe force the issues. Got the battle box here up in the right-hand side. Chris Carroll starting to gauge just a little bit here on his exit out. Oh man, he's got that car powered up here. Drop it on the back bumper here of our leader. Ward in the 55, under attack right now by Chris Carroll. Ward fitting them off nicely by hitting up that middle lane right now, trying to utilize that arc out. Dropping the power plenty. I mean, this thing has power, but it's about getting it to stick, all right? Now you find looks like the 55 of Carroll, he's still right there pacing with him, trying to look at the lower line. But we got a car sideways, looks like it's 11. We'll go to the 51 of Jeff Clinton.
Quickly tell me about your car if you can.
Looked like he may have lost her coming out. Man, spins that thing around and it looked like he's up and gone. So let's go and wind her back just a bit, see what happened. I saw it starting to step out there. He looked a little looser on his entry. Didn't get that thing to load up, and it started to step out right there. Hooks on him, and bye baby. Tries to steer her in, counter steer that guy, power out, gets her off the wall. Everyone separates. No contact. Woo!
So
some drivers checking the shorts. So what do you think there, Johnson?
4 tires and a change of underwear.
Yeah, that's gonna be just a bit that one. But yeah, so no harm, no foul, except for he's gonna lose a lot of track position. So 51 gonna drop himself toward the back and fire off again. But again, he lives to race another lap here as we're getting ready to pace this thing around. See what's gonna happen over here in the front here. Any kind of tires, fuel strategy, things like that. We're gonna stay out, keep this thing, keep our track position. 55 of Ward right now leading this thing. We're in lap number 11, first caution out, and see what strategy is going to be as these guys coming in to hit. Oh, no takers.
I wouldn't expect
so we got
any.
A bunch of staying out. Huh?
I wouldn't expect any pit stops yet, except for maybe in the back to top off on fuel. So, interesting to note at the very beginning of the race. I mean, even 2-3 laps in, they got single file pretty quickly. As there's definitely one good line around the track, and everyone kind of got themselves right into that line. Really not a lot of movement in the field right now. Shane Abbey's up 4 spots. Brandon Medler is up 3 spots. But everyone's either +1, +2, -1, -2. Top 3 as they run. That's how they started. So it's, you're not seeing a lot of movement right now. Jeff Clifton down 14 spots because of that spin. But otherwise, it's everyone just kind of got in line and got comfortable. And we'll go ahead and try to get a lot more green flag laps in here. That was a really impressive first start for them.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a great point out there on just getting a good start to tonight's race. And that, but here's the thing is, too, Johnson, is because of that comfortability, is that going to be a kind of skewed in this next restart? Because okay, we're warmed up now, we got some heat in these tires, we know how to, now let's try to gain our some positions on this one, right? But will there be too many drivers seeking that same way, as opposed to, still backing it up a bit, running this single file, get through some of this race.
There
Start
is
filling out your car.
one way to find out.
Well, please do tell. I'm on the edge of my seat right now, bud.
Oh, hang out with us for a second. Give me a moment while I fix this. This camera right here is not working for our camera packs.
Right.
Let's go ahead and get that one out of here. It's too far zoomed in. We were not able to get a good view of the race there, so
Okay. All right.
don't mind that. We'll get that one taken care of, and
Yeah.
there we go.
Let's see, I got hammer. I got one of them big old jackhammer things, dude. I call Big Bertha.
We're not professionals here. We're just here
Oh.
for a good time.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
So lights are out in the pace car. We're going to be going green this time. Jeff Ward, Chris Cale, your front row. Jason Raymond, Brian Zimmerman in row 2. We'll see what they can do on this restart. Chris, you're kind of expecting maybe a little bit of calamity right here. Maybe we'll get them a little peace and quiet. We'll see what happens as the green flag's out. We're underway.
Here we go.
Oh.
Quick jump down to the bottom too. As you see, it looked as if the
Chris Carroll had a really bad restart. Probably missed a shift there. Coming out of second gear, dropped himself down all the way back to the 6th. Now fighting for the 5th position right now with Brandon Medler.
Yeah, we got a side by each battle right there. You see the Chris Carroll operating on the outside at the moment, trying to get that thing to bite. As I have seen this plenty of times before, even personally in the 87s, missing that gear, especially off that start here. It is horrible. Everyone's right there under bumper. You see him get back up to speed. Here comes a 15 up on his bike right now, and trying to utilize a good run here on his bumper, putting the pressure on. And here we go. Talk about pressure, we got Abby right here in the back. You guys, a lot of traffic up in front of him. See him rotating on the bottom here, looking in the mellow yellow car. Lots of traffic, lots of dirty air. You're looking at cars, bouncing off the wall, still trying to get your run there. Biting underneath. Trying to figure out who's rotating on the outside right there. A lot of new cats in tonight's race here.
Again, field goes ahead and gets settled in single file. I think they have 4, maybe 5 sets of tires for tonight, so you definitely want to take care of that right front tire, because you can abuse that tire pretty quickly if you don't take care of it.
Yeah, it's a hard drive in, not letting it roll enough, and then and getting back in throttle properly wise. I mean, that's going to save that right front for sure, but it's about to master that.
Mark Miller has crashed, and I got told Stephen Langdon also had an issue. Mark Miller has his left front tire is
broken.
the camber set to about 20 degrees, so it's telling me Stephen Langdon crashed. So let's take a look at that. It looks like as we stay under green, and just see if we can get a better camera angle of that. Well, something just.
Right now, folks, hold on.
We are on Langdon at the moment that he crashed, so let's see what it says. Looks like he just lost it at a 4, clipped the apron, went down, hit the inside fence. Barney's looking right at it, said, you know what, you'll be fine.
Right.
They stayed green.
That's
Don't.
I mean, it's not like you can't say I didn't see it. It's right in front of you, dude.
Yeah, don't know what happened with Mark Miller though, but he's got left side damage. Maybe probably the same thing, but I didn't get a report of that accident happening, so.
I got a car in the hauler, so hopefully you'll be able to maintain pace and get out there and keep fighting. Right now, I mean, it looks like the fight is being handed out by the 55 of Mr. Ward here, as he continues to lead tonight's race. Raymond in the 49, looking in that position, in second position, third position, Zimmerman. All these guys still lined up, more or less. Ooh, a little wiggle out of the 49er. Raymond could possibly be looking for an opportunity for Zimmerman to pounce, but we got a nice battle starting to shape up here in the top 5. We got, sideways, 62 into the wall. Oh,
That should bring out the caution.
yeah.
And it does.
It's all on you, man. It's all on you.
Yeah,
You make the call here.
That left front looks pretty terminal. So I mean, it looks like he was getting pretty advantageous with that throttle as we're just going to wind this one right back here, folks, since we are
It-
on them and seen it.
It's the
So-
same thing that we've seen so far in a lot of these other accidents. The drivers are breaking loose out of 4. Remember that thing I said about they have a lot of horsepower and no downforce? It looks like he just tries to rotate under the 97 and
hard though right here,
Yeah.
hard down turn.
And at that point,
you can't do that car.
meanwhile,
that
the
car.
Mark Miller machine, remember, we didn't get a caution from Mark. He's sitting there on pit road watching this car crash and getting a caution.
Ah.
So,
So dang it, I don't get it, but mine was broken too, you know.
all right, well,
She's out.
Do you see-
26 laps into that.
do you see pit stops here? Because Zach Coyer is coming in for service. Mark Miller's still on pit road. Don't see a lot of drivers pitting, but again, we're not seeing a lot of passing either. Shane Abbey's now up 8 spots. Jeff Clifton's down 8 spots, recovering from his spin earlier. Jason Raymond's up 3 spots up to 2nd. Ryan Zimmerman started 3rd. He's running 3rd. Chris Carroll has dropped 2 spots back to 4th, missing that shift on that restart. Brandon Miller's up 5 spots. Tanner Marr's up 5 spots. Aiden Young's up 2. Larry Bell's only down 1. But we're seeing +2 to +4 now in the position, so we are starting to see some passing, but we're not seeing a lot of passing right now.
Yeah, I mean, we're still early into this race here, Johnson. I mean, we're 27 laps into it. I mean, we haven't even scratched the surface. Now we're basically just starting to figure out what these cars are going to do. I mean, honestly, this track has again a lot of character to it, not just because of its age, whatnots, but these bumps out here in this track. I mean, the way that this track is, that you race this thing. I mean, let's just see the guys with those butt kickers in their rigs right now. I bet you they're feeling every bit of this track right now, probably helping them keep that car pointed the right direction. And speaking of butt kicker, now butt kicker is a proud sponsor of Cricket Line Racing and whatnot. So man, give a great shout out to them as they're producing some pretty phenomenal equipment to bring the realism into your rig, and that's no joke there, folks. So but look at Mel up online, of course. Great sponsor and good to have them aboard. Also like to thank W Energy Drink now on board with actually broadcasting and Front Row Esports. Front Row Esports is a Cup Series, the Xfinity Series. So yeah, great to have them on board as well. So a lot of great sponsors out there throwing out some help to put down these races and get these guys together, put on a good show.
Absolutely. We should be coming to 1 to green here, and the lights are out on the pace car. We are going green this time by.
All right, yeah, let's get this slow pace car out the way. Mount's gonna go back racing again. Now we do got let's see. I don't know. I'm gonna give a call. We've got the Allison car on the outside here. It looks like he's looking pretty good. Let's see if we get a good launch is what he needs. Pin down the 55 and get that lead away from him. But Ward's been super solid on his restarts and in this race thus far. Again, just early, so.
Oh, there they go.
Here we go. Ooh, quick jump right there by the 55. We go!
Zimmerman, he lit up the rear tires a lot.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We got some tires right there. It's gonna jumble up the field in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th position right there. You go side by side with your 3rd positions. Man, just everything kind of half stacked up right now and not letting go. As you see, great drive race past start finish line with your 3rd and 4th places. Raymond and Carroll here, 49 and 97. Oh yeah, still cranking his speed right now as these guys are just duking it out, knowing those positions count and matter. As we're not seeing things simmer off and not here. We see a lot of fight, a lot of battling happening throughout the field.
Great battle between Jason Raymond, Chris Carroll right here for the 3rd position. Right behind them, the 19, check that, the 15, Brandon Miller and Shane Abbey 2 by 2. Right there, all battling for position right there. They didn't get single file as quick as they wanted to that time. They were going for it.
Look at Shane Abbey though, he's rotating the bottom right there, really getting that car to stick. And now it's going to be coming down to the time of is it juice going to be worth the squeeze that early in the race on riding that bottom line hard and trying to get in front of these guys. But he's advanced himself position. He's looking at the Metla right here in the 15 car, rotating out and getting himself a good launch. But he's got himself a lot of heat right there by that 84 car. Middle yellow car, a little AK cold trickle. Gonna be looking on the bottom here, trying to get that thing to turn. Close. Oh, contact right there outside wall 15. Gonna throw some sparks. He's still maintaining a great line on the outside, keeping that 84 pinch as you see. Abby now gonna clear him right there, slides up and leaves the door open for the 9. Now the 9's gonna get himself in there. Here in that 15 gonna be in a chance of losing another position, possibly more if he doesn't try to get back down to that arc. And but here comes that 4 car, Tanner Moore making his march forward as well, getting down here on the bottom. Looking at a great battle back here now. That's in your 10 positions right here, folks. Top 10er all the way back. Starting to stack up. Got Tanner on that 8th position now. Starting to get over. Got a great battle with that 6 and 7 car. Young and Miller, or the 6 and 7 position between the 15 and the 9. 9 on the corner. 15 still rotating the outside. Still going nose to nose right here. That 15's been out there for quite some time. Shane Abbey is the first one to go to Duke it. Now he's finally going to find himself a hole in front of the 4 car and get in.
Chris Cale got back around Brian Zimmerman for the 2nd place position as he's recovered from that restart. Missed a shift right there. Top 3 as they qualify. That's how they're running right now.
Yeah, awesome. Showing the juice speed out here on this track. And the 55 is trying to check out to himself a new zip code. We got a great, looks like Abby is moving through the field right now. We're so early in this. I see a lot of speed of that Meliella car. That 84 of Abby.
Shane did not qualify, and he's up 12 spots right now, all the way up to the 5th position, looking to the inside of Jason Raymond for the 4th position right now on the track.
A good fight right there, dude. Kick the donkey, Shane. Let's go. Oh, this is great right here. Now he's going to find himself a little bit stacked up pattern here as the 49's all over the bumper of Zimmerman. Zimmerman in that 28. He got himself a handful right now. Shane Abbey now pushing the pressure on the both of them. He's looking for a possible 2-for-1 sale. He keep this up. Because all these guys are running some pretty fast paces. But right now you see out of Shane's view right there was the leader. He can see the leader. He's on the hunt. Tanner Marr a little bit further back. He got a lot more company up in his kitchen right now. And the fire is definitely turned up as he tries to rotate the middle right now. Get under and get out of 2. Come down back stretch right now. I'm going to see Tanner Marr throw this thing into 3. Rotate a good portion right here on the center. Try to launch this thing out. Nice run right there. Good lap by the Tanner Mars. He's hunting and he's out there searching. 84 Shane Abbey on this still all up in the middle of that fight, but everybody chasing this 55 who was checking out. Oh, how can you not though with all that battling happening? But Chris Carroll in that 97 has got himself into that bubble right now. He's kind of in between all the catastrophes. We look back at that 3rd position right now, side by side happening. Shane Abbey, here is where the heat is in tonight's race right now. And this thing is from the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th positions. All right here now, 8th position's getting a mix into this one. One swoop and you can gain yourself 5 positions. How is that not going to be antagonizing any driver's appetite out here on track? Sideways. Yeah, reel that thing, 49. 49 kind of slipping it up just a wee bit. Now as you see, passed by a couple cars right now, Abby and the 31. Boyer picking up some spot here, 28. 28 is Zimmerman under all kinds of attack right now. 84 looking underneath him and bringing up company. Whoa! Looking out his side window. That 49 was still kept that thing pointed the right direction. Hell of a battle happening right here, folks. I hope you all got your seatbelts on or something like that. But, man, we've got the 28 outside. 31 can't find a way to go. 62 stacking up right now. 84 can't quite clear. Does clear now. All right. So that's one cleared. Here comes 28 on the outside now. 31 rotating underneath 28. He's going to put himself up that battle, that fight. Deal going here as we look at the doors open. 28's falling back. Got a lot of cars right here looking to pass him, and he has nothing he can do about it. We're trying to get down into old eight there. Got one of them yellow flags. Now it gets down. There's a nice little issue there. It's just a nice little issue. 9 car now rotating outside. 28 still backing up a little bit off pace. And stacking them up. We do got, talk about stacked up, so stacked it all up into a wall, possibly?
Something happened to the Larry Bell machine. He's missing the left front tire completely.
No, you can't make it with 3?
I don't know.
It don't look like it, because he's going real slow.
It's not telling me when he crashed. I don't have a replay, unfortunately, but he's going to go ahead and get himself some service. He might have to back up a little bit. Oh, guess he's not.
I don't see a lot of damage. Maybe they're they missed the tire.
Guess he's okay. Meanwhile, Zach Coyer fighting for the 3rd position, trying to take that away from Shane Abbey's going to try to do it on the outside line. Great battle in there for 3rd through 8th right there. You saw Jason Raymond getting pretty loose. He's definitely cooked up the rear tires. Brian Zimmerman, he's dropped back 8 spots. He's all the way back to 11th now. He was up there fighting in your top 3. So these tires are definitely starting to wear out a lot. Lap times are still dropping off. Jeff Ward, your pole sitter, your fastest car on the track right now, his fastest lap so far, the race is a 19.9 or 5. That last lap he just turned, 21.6. They're almost 2 seconds a lap off the pace. As you see, Zimmerman really loose. And I think maybe Keith Taylor actually might have hit the fence just slightly. But, we've got almost 2 seconds of tire fall off on a 20-second lap time track. I mean, that is a lot of tire degradation right there.
That is. And you see the fight happening inside that cockpit as you got these guys just sawing on that wheel. 62 finds his way on the outside of the 84 Shane Abbey, same way that the 31 kind of followed in suit there on that run. Those guys power past him. You see Shane Abbey was on himself one heck of a run through the field. Maybe got the tires hot. Here comes a good battle. Maybe forming up here is the 88 and 07 go door to door, duking them out status. Throwing some gloves up, I'm thinking. Why not? Ooh, power on the outside, a little scratch to the wall. Maybe, but we bad. We're still going the right direction. All right, now this is that battle that you're looking at, that 3rd, 4th, and 5th positions. These 3 cars are real fast coming through the field, and looks like the 84 Abbey man, like I said, heated up those tires just a wee bit. He backs her off. Now he's going back for the charge again. This is going to be that was back for the 4th and 5th. This is the 49 backing up just a little bit. As you're looking at the 8th, 9th positions right here, 4 car, Tanamar underneath him. Tanamar going to try to get that thing to rotate. Slides up just a little bit. Whoa, he's going to be in attack right now. All kinds of big.
Shane Abbey hit the fence out of turn 2 right there. That's why I cut the camera over there real quick.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, you can see these they're working. They're working those cars really hard right now.
Yeah, they are. The same way they are right back in that 8th, 9th, 10th position. Still side by side. Tanamar on the bottom. Look at 51 too.
They kind of settled down. Look at this mess right here.
Yeah. This is just getting intense too, because these guys are sliding pretty good. Trying, everyone's just fighting on, it seems like, the same line. Their cars ain't having it. 28's still backing up. 28's look like he's off pace is what's going on. And you see him.
Jason Raymond's been sideways like every other time I've looked at him. We're gonna go on board with him and check out a lap or 2 right here. See how his wheels working. Yeah, look at him.
Sawmill, bud. That's how it's working.
Yeah, look at him working the wheel. Little sideways out of 4. Good entry into 1. You can hear him just waiting for that right front to grip.
Yeah.
Rotates, tries to get that throttle down. Brakes a little loose right there.
Yeah. I'll be left and right side going this dude right now.
I think he's ready for 4 tires right here.
No, we're good. Yeah, you're going to be wore out by the time this one's over with. Shoot.
Meanwhile, right here, Zach Coyer, Jeff Dillon right here. So Shane Abbey throw a blanket under these 3 for 3rd.
Still. Yeah, I mean, as it continues, right? I mean, these guys now, Abbey's starting to move forward here. 31's moving back. 31 was on the charge. Ooh,
Caution on the track. Jason Raymond has stopped, and judging by the tire marks on the track, that's probably what happened. We were just on board with him, talking about him breaking loose, and well, what do you know? And I think
The
it's
battle took our eyes away.
and Jason's got fantastic like car control. Like he knows how to drive a race car, and that car just came out from underneath him. Oh, and it just overcorrected. He tried to save it.
That was a heavy hit.
Let's see how much this hurt.
Oh, no! Oh. Yeah, that's gonna leave a mark.
Yeah, that's gonna hurt.
Yeah.
So, anyways, we have cars getting service on pit road right now.
Yeah, here we go. All right, give us the skinnies here, Johnson. What do you think?
4 tires,
Everyone
full
down
tank
to
of
pit
fuel. That's the only strategy you got right now.
Oh no, I feel you there. I mean, but you want to, we're 62 laps into in tonight's race, right? So we're coming up to the halfway point. You kind of know what you got here, And what's our track temp right now? I mean, how's our
Track temperature has dropped. It's actually holding at 82. I believe it started at 85. But
Okay,
we're not seeing
okay.
too much of a difference here on tire wear as the pace car's coming off a turn 4. We got some drivers still getting service. They need to get moving if they don't want to go lap down here.
Yeah, right.
Couple cars are gonna go lap down here as they get lapped by the pace car. It's a short track, so you don't have a lot of time to get your service done, and it's not like we can do pit stops in 9 seconds anymore. Back then.
Oh yeah.
Back then, 20 seconds was good. So, so here's my thought. Jeff Ward, he's in his own zip code. Chris Carroll, he's in the zip code next to him. Everybody else, they are somewhere on the other side of the state. So, the question is, if I'm anybody else in the field and I cannot catch Jeff Ward, I need to do something different than him. So I need to either jump him on a pit stop, I need to change my line, I need to do 2 tires. I gotta try something different, because if we don't try something different right here, Jeff Ward, Chris Carroll, they started 1-2, they're running 1-2. I mean, the race is gonna be decided between them. Chris Carroll had a nice job recovering from that restart, getting back up into the 2nd position. So, I'm starting to think strategy-wise, they have a couple extra sets of tires to work with. It's time to start thinking about how you want to use those.
Yeah, that's very true. Off sequence on pit strategies, but again, I don't believe that we're not nearly finished with our cautions, buddy. And I think that's what it's going to be, turning out to. Right now, we've got a lot of drivers out there with a spare car in the hauler, right? So they're not full send in there yet. I mean, I think we've seen a pretty fast pace through this first half of tonight's race, but I think that is going to draw out pretty good, especially in the last maybe 45 laps. I think the carnage is really going to start to ensue. The driver's patience is going to start to wear. They're going to have those opportunities to where they're going to need to push. They're going to need to force the issue and to get these positions, and they're going to do so. I mean, we've seen how tight the pack was right there. And all it's going to take is one guy to drive in a little too high, too hard, and he's gonna float up that track, collect that outside guy.
Lights are on the pace car. Pace car's in pit road. We are coming to the green right here. Jeff Ward's going to go ahead and get another great launch. Chris Carroll's going to go ahead and go with him. We'll see what happens.
We got a heck of a launch, great battle. All of this brought to you by Butt Kicker, W Energy Drink, Blaze Pizza, Marriott Hotels. Man, stoked to have them all on board. And of course, all you fans, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Chris Walamus and Mick Johnson here, all with you. The rest of this thing, get this thing all fired up here. And man, these guys are dragged up side by side. Good racing right here.
A lot of drivers starting to post their fastest laps of the night. Sean Powers, Tom Frias both just posted low 20s on their lap times. Jeff Ward, fastest lap time in the race so far was a 20:32. Last lap was a 19.95 was his fastest lap. That lap 20.31. It's probably just saving a little bit. But Shane Abbey up to 2nd place, 20.2. He just turned his fastest lap of the race right there as he dives into turn 3.
Abbey is cooking right now, taking over that P2. If he can get up there and run, there's a lot of race left yet ahead of us. Could that would be that 84, that Bella Yellow car. That'd be the upsetter to the 55 report is. I believe now he is starting to gain on him. How are we looking on that battle box to see if he is starting to pick up some...
we got a crash on the back straightaway.
Oh, I think that was the 06 and Joe and Miller. Yep. Oh.
Yeah, so it looks like
we're getting the battle box up.
Mark broke loose out of 2, and I don't know if he's currently got some damage or yeah, it just came out from underneath him.
Yeah, look like it's pretty sharp entry.
He cracked the front end and the rear end of the car.
Yeah, that's the wrong style of 2-for-1 cell you're looking for here, folks.
Oh yeah, it's just so right when you come off of the corner, the car gets light, like right there. And at this point, you have to lift off the throttle and let the car settle back down and land onto the straightaway, and then you can go back and get on the throttle. It looks like he just got on the throttle just a little bit too much right there. And fortunately in iRacing, the crashes don't hurt as much, but they definitely hurt your pride.
Oh yeah, definitely gonna mess up the car a bit, and you know, if he's out of his, the guy into contact with him earlier, who knows? We'll see if we can get himself back out there on track.
So now here's the thought that we got with Shane Abbey now as the new contender in the second place position. You know, we haven't seen his lap times in clean air yet, and he's been always in traffic and fighting for his track position. So
yep.
It'll be interesting to see once we go green here if he can go ahead and slot into the second place position. Can he keep up with Jeff Ward, and then more importantly, can he keep up with Jeff Ward without destroying his right front tire? Because it's one thing to be able to hang with him for a few laps, it's another thing to hang with him for the fuel run. Because at the old Atlanta, or as I would call it, the good Atlanta, I ran second to William Byron for about 12 laps. And you know, here's me trying to think, oh wow, this is William Byron, he's a fantastic driver, I'm going to keep up with him. And I did, until I completely destroyed the right front tire and I dropped back to 20th.
Yeah,
tire
management.
And I mean, part of that is there's a reason why William Byron is a professional race car driver and I am not. But at the same time, when you're sitting there in that second place position, even here in a short track, you still need to take care of the equipment to make sure you get it at least to the end of the fuel run, or to potentially to the end of the race.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, yeah, you can go fast, and turn those Q laps, for a little bit, man. But if you don't manage them, it's only going to get you so far. That it leans more back on the time on track, the overall time on track. That's initially what racing is all about. It's not just your lap time; it's that overall. It's how fast, from start to checkered, how long you're going around this track, no matter if it's under caution or whatever. So.
Lights are out in the pace car, going green this time by. The question now is, with Shane Abbey up here in second, can he hang with Jeff Ward? Could he just hang on his right rear quarter and, fight for this lead right here? We're going to go ahead. Let's go on board with Jeff Clifton right here, starting in the third position. We'll just kind of get a bird's eye view, or really the roof cam view of this battle on this restart right here. And hopefully nothing chaotic will happen behind us and make us feel bad about missing the action. Is a
huge jump right there. 55 caught the 84 sleeping, but he has been doing that same jump right there coming out of 3.
That didn't take long.
Yeah, and he gone.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we got yellow out. We did miss a little.
What happened?
Somebody around 28 maybe?
Brian Zimmerman. Zimmy, what happened? Oh, it looks like he was just all by himself. He was on the inside of the 97. He might have had to enter the corner lower than he wanted to, and that's just gonna have the car's just gonna come around every time. Unfortunately, there's only so much you can do there. Good little on view from Tanner Marr's view is. We gotta back up a little bit, give you a better view.
Yeah, he did. He came in. He's hot in.
He entered too high. That's what happened. And then, like at this point, he's too high. He's got to get the car down a little bit lower. But here, who am I to microanalyze everything he's doing? He's the one out on the track, and I'm the one sitting here in the booth. So.
Sure. Good spin, good recovery. So I mean, not a lot of contact.
He's a very capable and strong driver. He'll be back up in the front soon. Give him like 20 laps. I would keep a camera on him and just watch him work through the field here.
Oh, that's always, but again, it's always going to add to the fun when it comes down to that one. So we shouldn't be any kind of lacking of in tonight's race. Guarantee you that.
Well, speaking
I mean,
actually, speaking of lacking, let's check on Tom Freitas here. Started 18th, only up to 14th. So Tom, how's your race going? Why are you not in the front yet?
Taking it easy, just kind of let chaos ensue. We just passed halfway, so
We haven't said your name once on the broadcast, so you got to go up there and cause some chaos.
Oh, we're about ready to. We're gonna get after here at the start for sure.
Okie dokie. So how's the tire wear? Because we're seeing about 2-second lap fall off right now.
So yeah, at the end of that first run, we went 60 laps on a set, and I was still at 70s on the right sides. So I mean, I was just taking it easy, obviously.
Okay.
But the rest of the guys were saying they were in the 60s. So tire wear not as bad as we were expecting it to be, but you definitely feel it. I mean, car gets super tight on entry, super loose on exit. So we're just gonna have to see how it goes here.
All right. Well,
it's going pretty good though, dude. The battling has been pretty intense, my man. Especially in certain groups, dude. You got your top, 10er style, and then you got the mid 10 right there that are tough. I mean, are you looking to have problems when it comes going through traffic there, bud?
I mean, when tires are fresh right now, now's the time to gain those spots. You obviously have the grip to do it. So, once the tires wear, then you can't pass. It's just almost impossible. So.
well, you can't. You just got hit. What if we hit the car in front of you?
Well, sometimes you just got to move them out of the way, right?
Well, see, and
What
that's
does Chris always say? 4 tires, 8 tires turn better than 4.
Well, yeah, no. I also say that 12 tires does a good job too. So,
All right. Well, we gotta let Tom go because we're going to the green. What channel are you in? I forgot. I gotta jog you
I
back.
was in Race Team 1.
Race Team 1. Good luck.
Thank you, guys.
later, bro.
Tom Freitas joining us unexpectedly, so we're gonna go ahead and get him. All right. Let's get back onto the nose cam right here, and
All right.
let's see what happens here.
84 is gonna drop it right here.
Actually, no. Jeff Ward is the control car. He chose the outside line that time, and he went ahead and made something happen right away. Let's get the.
He flipped it up on us then, so he's gonna get the jump back on it. Did the outside start this time? Looked like he's kind of flipping his script up a bit, which is good. Why not? He's been getting these restarts, so why not try this one on the outside? Ooh, 31. Huge battle right here between the 4 car and the 9 car. 9 car Young on the bumper of 4 car of Tanamar. Ooh, pushes up a little bit. Oh, almost a little bit of contact right there. The 31. Oh, holding his ground right there and his own right now. These guys still manage this thing up, going side by side. 9's right there for that front row seat. And we have the 07 of Young. Or sorry, Taylor. Taylor is managing the outside line, trying to manage that. You see this car walking and wiggling all over. Danamar right there in front of Aiden Young. Young on the bottom right here of the 07 of Taylor. Taylor rotating that outside, trying to get that thing to power up. Man, but it ain't quite sticking, not yet. Get some more heat in them tires. Jason Raymond gonna join this mix and to fight in this Joker. Gonna bring us some Connecticut to this thing right now as he's duking it out, looking for his run in all this chaos with 49 right now of Raymond, and getting enough out of it to rotate up back 40 and whoa, pushed by the 51 up in the door of the 84 on the outside. 51 of Clifton just going from side to side with this 84, but we also look at, I believe that is Sequoia, the 62 of Dylan. So he's lagging back right now, watching these guys go side by side, so he's managing his tires, as we were talking about earlier. And, he's letting these guys just kind of do their thing, so eventually what's going to happen here, he'll have a better tire than these guys will, and be able to get past both of them, and see if we start tracking down the leaders.
Speaking of, the battle for the lead is a little more intense than it's been the last couple laps. Chris Carroll is catching Jeff Ward for this lead right now.
Oh, and he's picked up his pace tremendously. And now we see the third positions to kind of, soloed out there. So we'll see if these guys can line up to come and gain in on these guys. But again, really nice rotation there through little center to bottom, then brings it back down, lifts it back out again. Really good line that he's producing right here as he's not on the bottom tight, not high, getting as good rotation as he's going to throw this thing into one. kind of, again, lets her come up, rotates the center, brings it back down just a wee bit. You know, it looks like he's really focused on tire management there because he's not trying to use a hard arc out. He's trying to let this thing turn on its own. As you see right here, is riding on board with Chris Carroll in the 97. Trying a little more aggressive. You see, trying to get a little bit lower, trying to upset that the rear view mirror in that 55. Anything to persuade him to mess up a line, mess up a mark, let him get side by side and put the pressure on him. Pressure right now is off the 84 Abbey as he's starting to get a little bit further ahead in that third position. We have right behind him the 51 of Clifton and Dylan in that fourth and fifth positions here, kind of riding in suit. But we have a battle forming up here. Back with Tanner Moore. Tanner Moore, like he is inside of the 49, gets past the 49 of Raymond. No, the 9 car, I'm sorry, check that. 9 car of Young right there. And now that puts our Tanner Moore into that 7th position. Still searching, still battling right here, the 9 car trying to take it back. He does. He got a huge run on the outside. Jason Raymond trying to follow that open door just for a minute. Can't really decide which way he's trying to go here. Inside, outside, high, low. He's just trying to find the grip and find the speed. Riding along right now on board with Raymond right here. As you see him just trying to get underneath.
Oh,
We got that thing to wicked snap loose almost. Bad news right there for him. But good recovery by him in that car as he stays right on pace and on the bumper of Tanner Moore.
got to be careful not to destroy the next set of tires. So they were already seeing about a second lap fall off, but we've gone about 30 laps on this set of tires. You know, we're gonna see the tires start to give up a little bit. You remember the 49, the 28 especially, they were the ones kicking out the rear ends and breaking loose off the corners. You know, that we were just on board with Jason as he broke loose again. But, you know, Jason, I believe, was in a real race car a couple weeks ago and had a pretty respectable performance considering they wouldn't let him actually race. Oh, there he goes again. You know, let's do this. Let's take the camera off of Jason because every time we talk about him, he breaks loose.
What? No, but it's so much fun though. No, man, it's the whole point to watching the roller coaster ride that he's having tonight. It is pretty exciting.
How about
side by side number 2, the 9 car. That's contact too. It is getting dicey right now between 31 and the 9. We got 31 on the outside. He's proven to be pretty fast. Coyer's still not letting go of this position. Drag race cross our finish line. 31's going to go ahead and hold on to that one just for the moment here. He's still higher to mid lane right there. 9's on the bottom, on the yellow line, really trying to get that grip and launch out, but the 31's there blocking that launch out, and here comes a 49 underneath the 4 car. I am really scared for Tanner Moore right now. I don't know why. Not at all. I don't know why. You know, so you got and here comes the 28 too. Tanner, get out of there!
Well, the camera. We worked backwards to get the battle for the 4 and the 28, and Jason's in the camera and he broke loose again. So.
I know.
The
oh man, I wish you hey, let's go on board with Tanner real quick. You know, that's a wild picture. He just all kinds surrounded by fast ducks out here in this pond. 88. Pushing up right there.
Well, remember I told you we got to keep a camera on Zimmerman. He's already up to 9th already, and he's working his way back up to the front.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And I don't think he's done yet. Uh-oh. We got the camera on Jason again. Don't break loose.
Here we go. 31 to the 49.
This is by far the best battle on the track right now. You're not missing anything in the front.
This is great right here. I love this right now. I believe the 31's finding himself his groove on the outside. He keeps getting stuck there. Oh, he definitely putting some rubber down for sure. Here comes the 28 now underneath the 19.
Ooh.
Now these guys are the most
sideways.
Jack to the 31. 31 goes around. Will they clear? Ooh, clip by, I think.
And how did Keith get involved in that? Oh, there's more crashing.
Oh,
Zimmerman got turned around.
Into the wall. Oh, we got damage.
What? Hold on. We got to keep a camera on these two right here.
Hold on. This is not. We could have a little bit of drama.
Okay, so we got to go ahead. We got to go ahead and take a look because we had a couple things happen.
Because dude, this is like put his salt into the wound is what this is in a 31.
All right, so the 28 makes contact with the 31, and we got pretty much
Yeah.
the entire field is entering pit road right now. They're going to change tires. Don't worry about that. And
Yeah.
the 28 gets into the 31, and they get turned around, and then Zimmerman actually ended up spinning out all on his own and took out another driver in the process. And then
Yeah.
Keith Taylor came into that wreck late. Like, oh wow, he
Yeah,
came in like really late.
Maybe a late checkup.
He was probably trying to slow down for the crash, and
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because he had a stopped car right there. The 31 was just halted on the bottom.
all right. So
Oh,
remember we were
man.
talking about we
Look
need
at this
something.
car.
We need something different to happen here.
Yeah.
Sean Power stayed out in the 88.
Okay. All right.
He last pit on lap 61. It's lap 102. So he is going to try to stay out on 40 lap old tires and hold on to this lead.
I was hoping good.
Is it going to work?
This is gonna be, no, this is uncontrolled chaos, folks. About ready to happen, I think, right here, because he is gonna be probably uncontrolled in this restart. This 88, man. I mean, I don't know. We'll see what this clean air can do. This clean air can do magical things, fans. It
Right.
really can.
So
all
so
right?
here's the thing.
I mean, that's what the drivers think. That's what the drivers think.
Is this going to work? No.
No.
Is it going to be entertaining?
Hell yeah! This is gonna be great.
But
to
I
all you kids
but
out
I
there,
said we
cover
have
your kids' eyes, all right? This is gonna look
somebody's got to
really
try
horrible for the
something.
cars.
Somebody's got to try something different, and kudos to Sean. He's going to be the one to do it. So
He's gonna, yeah. Powers is gonna use his powers to annihilate the entire field, all right, in one restart.
so either
No, I'm just kidding.
either he's going to go ahead.
Launch this thing. Watch this, dude. Watch. He's gonna launch it, and he's gonna use the force, and yeah, I mean the clean air, and he's gonna visualize the win. Yeah, I mean that's the other thing is Albert really got nothing. Yeah, that's a curious question. Can he actually make it to the end from there? But I'm thinking the 88 maybe needing so he drops himself some positions in the beginning, right? They get them, whatnot. Quick caution comes out, something like that. He's off sequence now. He's gonna have fresher tires at the end. That's about what he's banking on.
All right. Well, Sean Powers, may the racing gods be in your favor. Good luck to you.
Yep. And hold your breath, folks.
Green flag.
Woo, gets a decent jump though. Good job on the 88. Come on, go. Stop this guy now.
I think he missed a shift. And that stacked up the entire inside line. It's gonna be a mess.
Come on, go, dude, go! Quick jump to the outside. Goes to 55. Back to race lead. We got the 88 here. Now he running, little dog's pace as these guys are ripping around him on the outside. Really stacking up the inside. How much patience is 62 going to have? Ooh, finds that hole, jumps to the outside as you see a bunch of cars going around this dude. This guy is rocking like my boat anchor right now, and he going right to the bottom. Here comes a 4-car Tanner Marks. He right up on that bumper, looking to rotate on the outside of him as well. 31 there. The 49. Also, everyone making a good presence around the 88 as he's on the old tires.
Well,
So we'll
it
see what
was
this does for him.
worth a shot.
Yeah, it sure was. No,
But-
I mean, you never know, right? Yeah, and now we'll see if there's going to be a quick caution. Seems like it might happen later on to the 88. We'll keep that happen.
Zimmerman working the really high line out there. But he's doing a good job recovering from that accident. He's all the way up to 7th, but something to keep in mind. Remember how the 28 was involved in an accident with the 31?
Yeah.
Look at the driver directly behind the 28 right now. It's the 31.
Yeah.
As Tanner goes ahead and looks to the inside to take away the strategy, this was a certain national broadcast. They'd be like, "Oh my God, this is like playoff implications," but we're just here having fun.
Still don't matter.
The
I mean,
point,
is he going to send it to him or not?
the
You know,
point
so
leader's
I'm
not
thinking
even racing tonight, so
Right. Here's Tanner's view right now. He's like, I'm going to try coming
Meanwhile,
outside.
Chris Carroll's
Back to the
taking a peek.
Heck yeah. Uh-oh.
He's
Oh,
taking.
He's getting bigger up front here, folks. You see the 84 reeling him in as well.
So the thing is,
As
we
this heats up,
we only have about 35 laps to go here. You know, at some point, someone's going to have to try to overtake, you know, Jeff Ward here. And, you know, these are by far the two fastest drivers on the track tonight. I don't think Chris is saving as much tires as he was before. I think he's trying to make something happen here. I mean,
I'm wondering if Abby's been, you know, kind of on his P's and Q's a bit. Not that little, he got a little slide out. But, I mean, with him trying to, you know, mind his tires, let these dudes go door to door, and that's going to give him the abilities that he needs. But again, you have 3-4 cars right there, right behind these guys. When they start to fight for it, those 3-4 cars going to be right there on this battle, and they know it as well. So,
whoa!
For me,
Tanner and Zach Coyer just made contact coming out of 4. We just came onto that right when that contact happened.
Oh. You know, his lead right now, it is picking up. The 55 is really pushing that car. As now he's starting to switch out a little bit more. Okay, here we go. But Tanner Moore underneath. Oh, good battle right here. 31 still. Trying to get this outside to work. 97 is underneath him. Tanner Moore right there in the middle of this mix. What's going to happen with this 13 car, or 31 car, I mean, as he gets a little bit closer to his little green nemesis out here of the 49?
Shane Abbey is upside down going down the front straightaway.
I was just up there watching him too.
Oh.
My goodness.
Tom, why did you hit Shane? Oh, maybe he's trying to flip him back over. Okay, well, let's go find out why Shane ended up upside down.
What happened here?
Alright, let's take a guess. Is this because of the 51 car? Or do
No.
you think he just broke loose?
I
let's
want to go with broke loose.
broke loose? I think it's probably broke loose too. Ooh.
Oh,
No,
no!
he pushed
This
up.
was Impacto to fence. Oh my gosh! He about mowed down that fence, man. Thank goodness is there. He'd be up there in the grandstand.
So we were both wrong. He was actually just tight coming off the corner.
Right, tied off the corner, and then he turtled that thing.
Who was that?
I've
That was
actually done that
Aiden.
before. That is
That was
fun
Aiden.
ride.
Aiden Young was right behind him. Let's get his view of that.
Wow. I mean, oof. Glad that tire didn't come up and hurt some fans. Man.
Yeah, no kidding. Well,
Hard lick too, dude. Flipped him right over like that.
all right, remember we were talking pit strategy? Somebody had to do something different.
Yeah. The
Jeff-
88 did something different.
Jeff Ward pitted.
Uh,
Chris Carroll stayed out. Jeff
Oh.
Clifton stayed out. Jason Raymond stayed out. Tanner
Oh.
Mars stayed out.
Oh.
Brandon Medler stayed out. Jeff Dillon stayed out. I lied. Dillon pitted. So the top 5 have stayed out here. It looks like based on pit stop times that Jeff Dillon in 6th place, he's on 2 tires. Tom Freitas in 7th, he's on 2 tires. Jeff Ward in 8th place is on 4 tires.
Wow. Okay, now but we see these guys come through the field. There is room to come through the field and race. So, and he's been super fast. When he's going to have the best tires, it's just now can he make it through the chaos?
I mean, I don't mean to say anything against Jeff Ward because he's been the class of the field. I think this is going to be a pretty big challenge for him to overcome here.
Right.
I really like where Chris Carroll is right now and staying out. And just to recap, so we're all on the same page. Chris Carroll stayed out. Jeff Clifton stayed out. Jason Raymond stayed out. Tanner Marr and Brandon Medler, they all stayed out. They're on about 20 lap old tires. Jeff Dillon, Tom Freitas, they are on 2 tires. Jeff Ward, everyone on back is on 4 tires. Jeff Ward, Aiden Young, Brian Zimmerman, Larry Bell, Zach Coyer, Keith Taylor, they're all on 4 tires. So the question is, as the lights are going to go out on the pace car, yes they are, come into the green here this time by, you see Jeff Ward sitting right there in 8th place. Can he move up to the field in time? You also see Jeff Dillon, Tom Freitas in row 3. Sorry, check that, row 4. Can they move through the old tires? Because now you got 5 drivers, old tires. 2 drivers on 2 tires, and everybody else. So
Oh, it's a mix-up.
we will
It's
not
definitely a big
see
mix-up,
single file racing here.
Oh, yeah. No, this is definitely a. Oh, here we go.
I-
Huge jump
Green
start
flag,
right
green
off
flag.
the bat. He was not wasting any time. Carroll's like, dude, I gotta get away from these guys, get away from him quick. He knows the diversity of tires out there, so what he do is just play the chaos and be gone.
Well, Jeff Ward's already at
On
3
the
spots
side.
on half a lap. Look at him working the outside line. He's going to take the fresh tires. He wants to make it happen. He's going to go ahead and cross over, get underneath Tanner. He's going to go up to 4th.
He's going high! He's going low!
Jeff's going to go ahead. He's going to move to the inside as he almost broke loose right there. We have a crash on the track.
That last run, did you see any rubber laying down at all?
What happened?
I don't know. Let's look, see.
I didn't get any report as to what the reason for the caution was. Unless it was for the 00 Chris Littrell. Looks like he just broke loose, did a half a spin, and the entire rest of the field at the time.
Was good.
Yeah.
Huh.
So,
Okay. Oh, roger that. Under caution again. False alarm. Style of it there.
okay, no worries. So, Jeff Ward started 8th. He's now 3rd. Just process that for a second. Jeff Dillon is on 2 tires. He's in 2nd. So the leader stayed out. Jeff Dillon's on 2 tires. Jeff Ward is on 4 tires. Aiden Young's on 4 tires. Tom Freitas down to 5th now, is on 2 tires. And then we got 4 tires behind that. Looks like some drivers said forget that idea. Jeff Clifton came in, got tires. Tanner Marr is getting tires.
Yep.
Jason Raymond, Brandon Medler, Larry Bell. I think they all said let's abandon ship on that strategy. Go try something else now.
Right. Because I mean, at least if we have another few cautions, or another caution or 2, they should be able to rotate back out forward, and they're
Well,
gonna be fighting.
And unfortunately,
against the leader with fresh tires.
they're now behind on the strategy because the cars that stay out in front of them, they're only on 2 or 3 lap old tires. They were just going ahead and getting them up to temperature. So, but the problem is that if they stuck to that strategy and stayed out another 20 laps, you know, that with who was it, the 88 Sean Powers, when he stayed out, I mean, he felt like a rock. And it's one thing to stay out on like 10 or 15 lap old tires. When you stay out on 40 lap old tires, that's asking a lot out of your machine, especially your tires.
Sure. Okay, well, let's flip it up a little bit there. As you got Chris Carroll up here leading, you have the 55 who's been like, you know, dominant car out here on track tonight. Super fast, all kinds of hot rod. And he's got himself 4 fresh field goods, right? So he's going to be able to get up there, and there's not going to be a lot of contests, I don't think, by Chris Carroll. Okay, let's throw a quick little scenario at it while we're still under caution, waiting for another lap to go. So caution comes out, and you know, but we get 10 laps to go, something like that, late caution, but enough time for the 97 of Chris Carroll to get himself 4 fresh field goods. Now everybody's out of tires. He's the last one to have himself a set. And we just seen what happened with the 55. He was able to march through the field in 1 lap, more or less, on the outside, clearing these guys. Yeah, you're gonna have to be Will, man, for sure. You're gonna have to get something done out there, most definitely. But,
It would definitely be
you know, it's
ambitious.
possible,
I'm not sure I see that happening. Even if a caution comes out, 10 laps from now, the tires won't be old enough to make that much of a difference working their way back up to the field. I think they've got what they got, and they're going to have to go ahead and make it happen. Something tells me we're going to have a crash on this restart. Just a complete guess for no reason whatsoever. Chris Carroll's on the outside line as the control car. And there he goes.
There we go.
Green
Quick
flag.
launch right there, rotating high on the outside. Great job, though, man. He's cleared in by cleared the field by a couple car lengths right now. You still got everybody else side by each tacking out. Close to the wall. You see him just screaming by right now. All kinds of power. Oh, contact to the big one. Oh, you're right on that one. Didn't see the leader contact.
Well, Chris Carroll got turned, so let's just put the camera on him and see what happened, because that was
No, it was, yeah, it was 97.
Jeff Ward came in about 15 mile an hour faster than Chris Carroll went through that corner.
Oh, 100%. Boom.
And that was enough that broke him loose. The 9 is trying to stay off of the 55. The
He
62
looked up.
did a great
Nice.
job slowing down in time, but after that it's just a chain reaction, and there's, I mean, 51,
Nowhere
15
to
all
go.
involved. There's nowhere to go for these folks, and
Boom.
Tanner got
Boom.
turned, and 07 got turned, and
Boom.
Shane-
88 just spoiled all his strategy.
Shane Abbey just showed up and said, "Okay, what just happened here? Let's go ahead and look at his
Right.
view." As he's, pretty deep in the pack, and all of a sudden this is what he gets to see.
What the holy but Jesus! Oh! Spotter off the fuse. High, low, something! I don't know, I give up, he says.
This was on board with Sean Powers.
Oh.
I mean, and the thing is, with when they crash quickly.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Here, you just stop right here. Tanner sideways.
This is on board with Jeff Clifton. And this was pretty much what the chain reaction happened. So, like, at this point, you see Chris
He's
Carroll's
sideways,
complete.
yeah.
He's perpendicular to the racing line. You know that's
yeah,
not going to go
yeah.
very well.
It was not good. It could have been really bad.
It could have been. I mean, this was
a lot worse than it was.
Yeah, good bumper there. He gets run over. He's like, what? Oh, little sparks right there between little clip. Man. Yeah, I mean, we weren't really quite up to huge race pace at that moment, man. But how you feeling out there, Tom?
We're doing all right. Got a little strategy. Got us back up in the top 5.
How'd those two tires work out for you?
Actually, the car felt really good.
Okay.
So interesting to see what happens here. And we got 15 laps to go. I expect it to be complete chaos. So try to bring it home in one piece. Right?
Yeah.
That's a proposition.
We were kind of expecting something to happen there, and I didn't expect it to actually happen. So maybe I need to go buy a lottery ticket, try to win $1 billion. So.
Right. I agree.
Nice.
But you're more likely to get struck by lightning twice on the way to the gas station to buy a lottery ticket than you are to actually win. So.
It's very true. It's very true.
I don't know, when it comes to our odds and everything ramping up at the end, again, the patience is out the window right now. We got, the 55 was in a mad shoot to get to the front. He wanted to clear all this traffic, wanted to get up there quick, get to go. You know, the last thing you want to do is lose this thing at the end of tonight's race. You know, due to some tires, flips, and some cautions that.
We might have some beef here as the lights are out in the pace car. We're going to be going green this time by. So Jeff Ward's got the lead back. So the question is, what can anybody do anything with him?
I doubt it. Not with this. He does the same jump right there. Huge launch. It's kind of half expected it a little bit. It's going to stay kind of there, but he's going to have the 62 rotate underneath him, keeping the pressure on him. But the 62 or the 9 car is going to rotate around the 62. We got a car sideways into the wall. That is 32 of Tom Freitas right there, not sideways, right. Nope, regains it. He's not going again somewhere in the right direction. So he's out of that 5th position and probably pretty bummed right now as well.
I guess that strategy didn't work out after all, but.
Nope, not at all. But we got a huge fight here. They're having to do 97, 51, 51 on the outside, trying to maintain a good position here, but they've got chaos right in front of them. So I don't know exactly how these guys are going to maneuver through. You got the Tanner Mar all over the bumper of the 31 of Boyer. Looks like could be stacking all of these guys up here in a minute. So look for the 9 car now as the progression through this thing continues here. The 9 car sideways as he's trying to do everything he can to pull up to the 55 and stay in front of the 62. You want to put the pressure on the 55 right now while he has the tires to do so, and get away from that 62. 62 of Dylan still under tremendous pressure by the 28 of Ryan Zimmerman on that haul fast program to the front as he finds himself in that 4th position. As you look at right behind him is the 31 of Coyer and Tanner Marr. Is that what I was looking at? Yeah, Tanner Marr on the bumper on the 31 right there. Getting himself good time out. But now he's found himself under attack. Good rotation right there, hooking her out. These guys still drag race jump back to 8 and 3 and 4. 97 trying to get underneath him. Chris Gill trying to get that thing to stick. Looks a good fine off out of 4. Gets past the 4-car. Tanner Marr door was open, and looked like Clifton saw that one and said, "I'm gonna take right a quick minute."
Zimmerman's gonna look underneath the 62. That didn't work. He broke loose. And
saves it. Oh, barely contact right there.
and something just happened with Aiden Young. He just spun out.
Somebody else on the racetrack before this race is over with.
Pressure was getting pressure
So
was on,
meanwhile,
and, the stuff was getting thick.
while Zimmerman was involved in saving his car, it looks like Aiden Young actually crashed coming out of turn 4 right here, probably just gassing it up trying to get to the leader, and did a great job keeping it down off the track to not.
Yeah, that's gonna be the style for the save of the night, I think, at least thus far. He had no contact, right?
He did have contact, but
Oh wait,
it was with the cone.
no, that's fine.
And
We all hate the green cone.
You got to hit the cone for good luck.
Oh, it really misses the wall, kills the green cone, and loops it back to the right direction. Yeah, it looks like he may have himself one more set of tires. I'm sure he's going to throw those on. Why not? We got 5 laps left remaining. These guys are going to be probably going into duke him out, shoot him out status in 3 laps. Deal 3-lap shootout. By the time we get this thing back green again. 55 did not want to see that, as we have the 62 now going to try to come in and see what he can get down. Now 62 looked really fast. Like he had himself a good fast hot rod out there. Sorry, and was gaining on the 9 car. But 9 was really trying to put the hammer down and catch on up to that 55. But like I said, we'll see if he has what it takes to rattle the 55's gauge just a wee bit. As again, we are under our 10th caution tonight.
Yeah, Barney has
150
been
laps.
very, very active tonight with that caution flag, but I feel bad because remember when Mark had that crash on the front straightaway and we did not get the caution for it.
Yeah.
It's been pretty much
yeah.
crash after that. So now coming to probably this might be just an organic green white checker because they're going to be coming to lights. We'll be going out of the pace car hopefully this time by. Be going green with 2 laps to go. Can they make it around to the white flag, or is it just going to be calamity into the corner? Then we get 1, 2, 3 restarts. Nope, lights are still on. We're going to go ahead and do another lap. So this will be a green white checkered finish.
Okay.
So question is, how many of those do we have, and how many of them will we need? So Chris Carroll involved in that accident. Remember, he got hit by Jeff Ward from the lead. He's in 4th. And something tells me I don't think he forgot about why he's back in that fourth place position. So if he gets the opportunity to send it in there, I would watch for him to do that because his tires are about 15 laps fresher than the ones in front of him. Jeff Ward, Jeff Dillon, Zach Coyer, they started 1-2. They're 1-2-3 on the track right now. They last pit lap 119, and then everybody behind them, Chris Carroll and back, is on lap 132 or fresher tires. So it will be very interesting to see. Will we make it? So the question is, will we make it to the white flag? Will we make it to the checkered flag? And where's the fight going to be after the race?
I'm pretty sure it's going to be more like a brawl. All right, because right now we have the 55. He's pacing. We're going to be looking for that early jump to see. We're not
and race control delays the green, so we're going to go ahead and take another lap as for some reason they needed to add a lap. The pace car is already off the track, so they're going to have to wait to get the pace car back up sequence in front of them as they're all passing the pace car. So
I hope no one's fighting any kind of fuel issues. I seriously doubt it.
I don't think, at this point, with everybody stopped on lap 120 or later, fuel's no factor. So probably just had a lineup issue in the back, but they're going to go ahead and get themselves lined back up, and we'll try it again. The lights are still out on the pace cars, so we will go green this time by, and we'll see about this little 2-lap shootout right here.
Yep, just want to let you guys all know, remember, all this is brought to us by Butt Kicker. Of course, you're looking to up your game into Samarillism. Look into
All right, and
them.
Jeff Ward takes off
And
right
you-
away, and he's not going to wait. He's just going to go ahead and go for it as quick as he possibly can.
Huge jump. 62 right there. I don't think he's going to have time to catch him and run him down, but we do have huge right behind him. 97 on the outside of, I believe, the 51 of Clifton. Clifton trying to hold his own right here. Oh, big battle. The 28, the 9, the 9 trying to make his charge. We're trying to look to see what the 31's going to be able to get done as well. Coyer with his fight, his battle on. Last lap of tonight's race as we have the 55 of Ward leading this thing. The 62, huge battle right behind him between for that third position. Who wants that glamour spot? Gets that P3. We got Coyer, the 31, but the winner tonight's race, the 55. Michigan Ward, Jeff Ward, getting her done in Axon.
And we just destroyed a lot of cars after that race.
I was gonna say, dude, we got some carnage happening after this. Woo! Our leader, early celebratory maneuver there.
Celebratory, or did he get hit?
Maybe, I don't know. Man, congratulations to 55 of our winner tonight, Jeff Ward.
Oh, yeah, look
Great
at this. Hold
leader.
on, look at this.
Oh,
We
dang. Retaliation.
we got beef.
Yep, huge right here. 'Cause that was. Ow.
97 came in and cleaned him out.
Yeah, he knocked his clock off right there for show.
Oh,
55 burning it out right now.
well, Jeff Ward's gonna go ahead and do some donuts and crack the left rear of the car again, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and let's go searching for these folks and bring them up into the broadcast booth. All right, I
Man,
see
what a
Jeff
great finish
Ward.
there, though. Good race.
Okay,
Lots
and
of
then
fun.
I need Jeff Dillon and Zach Coyer. Where are they? I got.
All right, see if we got our man Jeff Ward up on this thing.
All right, Chris,
All
top
right.
3 in the room right now.
All right, roger that. Jeff, Mr. Ward at 55. You got a copy, my man.
Yes, sir. I got you.
Oh, man. Dude, congratulations. What a dominating performance you had out there tonight, man. Seriously, it was quite the battle. There, you look like you had to come through the field after being styled out with the strategies of pits. How nervous were you during that last segment of the race?
Man, the first half of the race went great, and then things really got mixed up after pit stops there. I got back in the field, and I got to apologize to Chris. Actually, I already did, and he still totaled me out after the race. But I just misjudged it, man. He was on such older tires than us that I went in there, and it was just wasn't no slowing down. And I tried to and still clipped his right rear and turned him. But he had to know, man, tires that old, you're kind of a sitting duck. But I didn't mean to get into the guy, but we'll take it, man. This feels great to win Nashville. I'm 2 hours from Nashville, so it's pretty much like a home track. Live here in Kentucky, so hell yeah, man.
Dude, I know, seriously. Well, you had the hot rod of tonight. I mean, you proved it. You came through the field. You did some strategies with tires. We're really concerned about your starting back in that 9th, 8th position right there. But you made quick work of the field, utilizing outside and inside maneuvering, and brought that guy in that contention very quickly back into contention to get that win. And man, you did though. You did that in some, like I said, amazing fashion. But man, give us a shout out to anybody you want to give thanks to, of course, when it comes down to your win tonight.
Yeah, man, I just followed my buddy Jeff Dillon here through there. He kind of the C's parted, and I just followed him through there. But we got to thank Arctic Coolers, Kuyu, Ultralight Hunting Apparel. Thanks to a Mac Bailey Remodeling, Lexington Brewing and Distilling. And thanks for these guys out here for having me. And this is my 3rd race with them. Hopefully we don't spin anybody else, but it's great to come out here and get a win and run with these guys. Thanks to you guys for broadcasting.
Oh, dude, our pleasure, man. You looked really good out there in that 55X, bud. So keep up the great work, and hopefully we'll see you again real soon, bud.
All right, thanks, guys.
Got it. Congratulations once again. All right, let's try to get our 62 man. Got any? You want to get our 60 get to second place run up there?
Top three are in the booth with you right now.
Okay, roger that. Okay, gotcha. All right, got Dylan here. My buddy Dylan, you got a copy?
10-4, got you.
All right, Jeff Dillon up here in the 62 car, dude. You had yourself a good fight out there. You were, in that hornet's nest out there in that top 5. It seemed like throughout tonight's race, man. Ooh, how was the hot seat in your car, bud?
It would have been a little bit easier if I wouldn't have wrecked myself like on lap 20 some or 30 some off of turn 4, and I wasted the fast repair early on, so I had to really be careful for the rest of the race, not to get in another wreck. So yeah, beyond that, it was a little wild in front of us there. So just try to take my time and let those guys make more mistakes than me, and in the end, it worked out.
No, back up on that wicked loose snap out of 4. We've seen a lot of drivers fighting with that tonight. What do you think that was contributing a lot to?
I think just because it was so tight on entry into the center, so you got so much wheel cranked into it, and you're getting back on the gas, and it finally starts hooking up. And sometimes you could judge it, and other times it'll come out of nowhere. And then if you were too low, it'll make it worse. Of course, Zach knows his place better than I do, and he was running a smarter line, so he wasn't as bad as me on the exit. But yeah, it's just probably being too aggressive, because I think the 51 did the same thing a couple laps before that, but he saved it, I think. But I nailed the wall and got the whole meatball deal. But yeah, good old push loose deal. But in the end, it turned out to be a good run.
Man, it was a great battle throughout tonight's race. I mean, like I said, we've seen the battles happening and the advances of positions on the high, the low line. I mean, when it comes to clean air and dirty air, do you see a huge factor there where you just focused on getting it done?
I definitely think the high side was the way to go, even though, I think the third to last restart, after I took those 2 tires, I gained a few spots there on the inside. But I still think the outside was the way to go. And of course, I know Jeff pitted after us, and I think he took 4 probably. But yeah, on the inside, you need all the racetrack you can, and you just got the wheel cranked even more down there. It holds up your throttle response time, and it makes it tougher on you. But yeah, it was fun though. At least you have the options. It's good here. You have both the inside and outside lane to hop back and forth and see what work out. But I think the race ended up cleaner than I expected it to be.
Oh yeah, dude. There was a lot of battle out there, a lot of good fight, and you guys again, kept those gloves up and kept them up to the end. So, man, congratulations to you on getting her done on that P2. But anyone we got out there to thank for tonight's podium finish?
For you guys put on the broadcast. It's always
thanks,
good to go back and watch it and see how this from a different point of view. All the admins and everyone who runs this league that has it going on. It's hard to find an 87 league during the week, and it's fun to have this one. And for all their drivers out there, and yeah, look forward to being here for hopefully the rest of the season.
Man, well, keep running a good solid program like you're doing tonight, man, and I'm sure we'll be seeing you again.
Hey, thank you.
You got it, buddy. Yeah, congratulations to you one more time, and man, good luck to you next week.
Have a good night.
You too, buddy. All right, let's get our P3 up in here. Zach Coyer, you got a copy? Got Chris Ballhangers up in the booth?
Yes, sir, I do.
Oh man, dude, you had yourself what an extreme battle tonight, dude. I mean, lots of aggressions out there. You had some contact, right? You were sideways into the fence, or whatnot. I mean, and then throttled him back to come back for this P3 finish. I don't even know how to start your roller coaster of a ride tonight.
Yeah, first I got to thank Mark Fuquay for being in my ear. This is our local home track, and he races here, and he was giving me great strategy throughout the race and just keeping my head forward. And he told me, he said, hey, I know that outside works in real life. Let's try it. So we stuck to the outside and just kept our gloves up and kept fighting with Tanner and Jeffrey and everybody. And it was a lot of fun. Definitely need a cold beer after that.
Yeah, dude. I mean, seriously, when it comes to the traffic alone, how hard was it just to find your way through traffic and get that position that you're looking for at the end?
Extremely hard because everybody was on different tire strategy and knowing that if you give it enough gas, it'll whip out from underneath you. So it was hard to dictate where you wanted to go, but eventually, if you were just patient enough, people would start falling off, and you'd be able to pick them off one by one if you played your strategy right.
Yeah, so like that Cold Bear Chevy was definitely playing that patience card more or less, at least trying to focus on it, right?
Yeah, like I said, this is my home track, so it's a big importance for me to get up here in the booth and actually do good at this track. Because man, this league is filled with all kinds of studs, from Jeff Ward to Jeff Dillon to Tanner and Chris and everybody. There's a bunch of studs in here, so for me to finish P3 is quite the finish for me.
Heck yeah, man! And you did it. You did it superbly tonight. You really did. I mean, you fought a tremendous battle out there on track tonight. Again, going through the field. Okay, I mean, you really were a little but maintaining it toward the front, showing your speed and not letting your guard down. Enabling yourself to find those passes and stop them from happening as these guys were running. But man, we've seen you in a one heck of a battle with what 3 cars there for a little bit. You guys just wouldn't let each other go,
Yeah, like I said, there's a bunch of studs in here, so I kind of trust everybody's ability. So I know if you want to race side by side with somebody, you have the utmost ability and respect to do that. So as long as I got that, I'm gonna try and put on a show and try to fight because I like that high side hustle. I do.
Man, you're definitely seeing that on the restarts. And let's get a quick little insight on some of these restarts that you're having. Did you see some tire spin? Was it just a chaos ensuit when it comes to the drop of that green flag? Was it super nerve wracking?
Yeah, it was more nerve wracking than anything because knowing the power that these cars have with the tire spin is always in factor. But I would switch it up from second gear to third gear every other restart just to play it safe because like I said, these things got so much power they will get out from underneath you and then watching everybody else do what they need to do. So, but I had Mark up in my ear and he got me through this. That's for sure.
Man, so great growth. Congratulations to Mark too on that one for helping get that P3 tonight. All the help is definitely needed out here. Ooh, we see Willie got some contact right there by the 51, sending you into the wall. Oh, that was a heavy hit right there. We're just looking at some of the replay as one of the obstacles that you were able to get by tonight and get through. But again, we're watching some of these replays right now on some of your efforts tonight. And yeah, you had yourself he did come in on a good run there in that third position. Not sure what lap, but gave you a huge bumper shot going into 3 and sent you up into the wall. Definitely destroying car there. But you're able to throttle back and continue. So great work done by the 31 camp out there.
He was just
So
making
good
sure the
job,
car
sir.
would pass tech.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I was doing. I got over the mic and got on a little team chatter and was a little upset about it. But it is what it is. We're out here to have fun, so no need
Heck
to.
yeah.
Need
You
to
just gotta watch out for a piece of tape on the nose these days. I've heard that could cause you some trouble.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, great run for you tonight there, Zach. And man, hopefully we'll be seeing that 31 back up here in the booth as well in the near future.
Yeah, for sure. I want to thank Cold Beer Cameras and Molly, my old lady, at home for watching and cheering me on, and Mark up in my ear, and Tanner and you guys up in the booth for everything you do for us.
Oh man, Roger that to Cold Beer Cameras and Molly out there at home with the home flag there, bud. So yeah, again, congratulations to you once again, and it's our pleasure to bring all this action out there for the fans to see.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Come on over. We'll have a cold beer.
Oh, Roger that, buddy. That's your third place finisher, Zach Hoyer. So great run by all these guys. Let's go over our finishing order here, and then we'll let all of our fans get out for the evening. Go ahead, take it over from me there, Johnson, if you can.
Jeff Ward brings it home in first place. Jeff Dillon gets a second place for Jeff front row. Zach Hoyer in third. Jeff Clifton in fourth. Jeff takes 3 of the top 4. Chris Carroll in 5th, Aiden Young 6th, Brian Zimmerman 7th, Larry Bell in 8th, Brandon Medler in 9th, Sean Powers rounds out your top 10, Jason Raymond 11th, Tanner Marr in 12th, Chris Luttrell in 13th, Shane Abbey 14th, Keith Taylor 15th, Thomas Friedis in 16th, Mark Miller in 17th, Stephen Langdon had an early night, he retired very quickly in 18th, and then I think Kel was 19th, but he did not turn a lap tonight, so.
Huh. Issues.
But,
Wow. All
All right.
Well, folks, that's there's our running lineup, our running order there for the tonight's finishing of Nashville Fairgrounds here. Man, what are your thoughts here on tonight's race, Big Johnson?
Physical. There was definitely a lot of contact. It lit up the board, but I mean that's part of it. I mean it's good race and going back and just kind of scanning through a few of the crashes, and a lot of it was just breaking loose off the corner. That was the biggest thing we noticed. And as drivers were learning the limit of the car, you know, they got a little bit better. The beginning of the race was more about losing traction of the car, and then the end of the race is more about losing the willingness to avoid contact, let's just say.
That's the nutrition rate or whatnot we're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Trying to be there at the end. That's what we're looking for here, folks. But we see lots of there's a good contact right there. Give him a good spin around. Displeasure there on IRACING soundtrack. So again, lots of great moves, some heated drivers out here tonight, lots of action. I hope everybody enjoyed it, but we're gonna go ahead and let you guys all get out of here. But man, we want to give another shout out to tonight's sponsors, IRACING.com, of course. Look for your butt kicker equipment here if you're trying to up your game when it comes to, and your theater experience. So also does amazing things with your theater experience for all of your movies and shows and fun stuff. But we've got Marriott hotels, resorts for all of your staying needs when it comes to anything all over throughout the world. So look them up, great rates and amazing styles and stays. So check that out, proud sponsor, of course. And then of course, Blaze Pizza, phenomenal pizzas, done quick and hot, fresh, ready to rock. But wanted to again thanks all of our sponsors, thank all of our fans for tuning in tonight's race, and man, make sure you look for that the rest of the leagues throughout the week. We got Front Row coming up here on Friday nights and whatnot, and look for more of the Quick Line Industries to be throwing them at you fast, and trying to keep it straight. But thanks again, folks, and I'll let you out of here. So I'm Chris Paul Hamus, and we will keep it pointed the right direction. Stay tuned, and we'll see you soon.